Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Here we go again, doing what we got series. This is part 3. Keeping on, hanging in there. I got you. Right as a 25 rules to live by storyteller, story with a message. The message of the story for life. This time is from the book. Hope you're enjoying the lesson. I'm getting them out there to you to do what you can do with them. Use them. That's how you benefit. Trust me. That's why you get to know thyself. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message in the story. I'm giving you life lessons. You keep tuning in. I appreciate you. Let's rock. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline, daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and that all right thinkers do just that. The few that I got, I want you to know thyself. Okay, don't have to be a lot. Just those who do, do. Let's go. The question: do you know you? If not, I can help you with that. Here's 5 types of people. One of them are you. You figure it out. Let me know what you want to do. I can help you with that. Tune in. Let's go. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do. What I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know, they ain't just avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. The spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers. Know thyself. It's right out. Be true. We at part 3. This title, this one is the relationship between religion and yoga. Yeah, they go together, but they go this way at a certain point. So let's talk about relationship between religion and yoga right quick. You got steps in the practice of religion. Let's talk about that one first. Starts out with mythology. Yeah, religious believers, Bible concept believers. It's a mythological book. It's a ritualistic book to get you to have the mystic experience for yourself. It's leading you to become your best self. That's the intent. I know that. That's why I respect it. I don't see it practiced that way by too many people. I know one who do. That's why I follow. Moving on. Let's go. The mythology behind religion. Learning the story of the god and goddess. Again, learn it. Listen. Understand it. Then you show devotion to the divinity and learning how to care and love for the divine. You need to know about God. If your belief in God, once you start learning and understanding Him, you should show reverence by what? Worship and praising, and more important, being obedient to Him. Esoteric wisdom, life and the spirit. I keep telling you, you have 2 lessons. Esoteric, which is the outer, the upper layer, just the stuff that everybody see. Then you got the esoteric, the hidden, the underlying message, which what I teach. I give esoteric teachings. That's the difference. What you already know, I could care less. We are, yeah, I'm gonna give you what you don't know. That's my job, and that's my mission, to enlighten you. So if you are a religious person, these are the tenets that you go by. Then you got the ritual. First is the method, the mythology. That's the story. Tell you about the God, all that good stuff. Yeah. But you have to emulate that God. You got to become Christ. Walk the walk. The ritual. You got ceremonies related to the myth. Mm-hmm. You go to church every week. You get the message from the pastor. You praise and worship. You know, first Sunday, you have your communion. All that's fine, it's fine. But that's not the way to God. That's just a group of people come together to fellowship together. What you do in your own time, that's the difference. That's what you need to be working on. Your relationship with God. The ceremonies and the rituals, all that's fine. Okay. But this is what's more important. I tell you all the time, right living virtuous living in accordance with the principles set forth by the deity in the myth. Be like Christ. You study everything that he did. That's what you should be implementing. Never mind getting nailed to the cross and found, no, that just, well, he died for our sins. Stop that. Emulate him to better yourself. How about that? The third one is, and if you do that emulating, you do that living righteous, you do those things, the third part is what happens when you meditate. You go into daily meditation, you communing with your higher self. You living, you're doing virtuous acts, so you're showing God your obedience. And something's going to happen. You will get esoteric wisdom about life and the spirit. That's the hidden meaning behind the lesson that we teach. If you learn about ourselves, she's wisdom, she's intuitive knowledge. Excuse me. Spiritual transcendence. Transcendence. That means you have to raise your spiritual level to the godly state, not just the human state. Rise. Become Haru, not Set. Set is earthbound. He's got to stay here. This is his domain, aka hell, the devil. Whatever conception, whatever concept that works for you to do what you need to do to make a difference to me. I just give you mine. Use them, don't use them, but whatever gets you to do what you need to do, use it. Trust me. Okay. That's spiritual transcendence. Raising your spiritual level past the normal, going beyond this to the next level. Now, let's talk about the integrated yoga disciplines. To enlighten the intellect. How you enlighten? Study. You give them something to learn. You give them material that they can learn from. You give them something they can practice, rehearse, and use and implement it. Like 42 Confessions of Maya. Y'all use the 10 Commandments. Same thing. I don't know what the Jews use or Muslims, but everybody got tenets that they live by, principles that govern them. I understand. That's fine. If it works, that's the only thing that matters. If it works for you. Right thinking don't mean nothing other than you figure out what works for you and you work it. Yoga of wisdom. Hello. Obtaining knowledge. Studying a set. Becoming, emulating her, becoming like her. That's the aspects I teach in my right thinking philosophy. Yoga tells you to do the same thing. If you're going to better yourself, there's things that you need to learn to do, and there's things that you can learn to do. And if you practice them, you'll know for yourself. Now, to enlighten the emotions. Remember, you got the four things. Emotion is based on what? Your yoga of divine love. How much do you love God? You will show by your actions. It ain't how hard you holler and how much you talk in tongues and all that nonsense. No, you want the proof. You want the deeds. Okay? Don't worship me in words. In deeds. That's what he recognized. Now you got to enlighten the body. Physical fitness. Tantra yoga. Practice the movements. Okay, I go to the gym every day. That's my physical fitness. That's my yoga treatment. I'm not doing that stuff. I'm telling you, it don't make me no more smarter. My body flexibility is fine. I do it what I'm doing. So, okay, understand that. Next one is yoga of right action. Your action will dictate your reward, be it a blessing or punishment. Your choice. Again, balance. Knowing right from wrong, using your discernment, Anubis, and understanding Maya keeps everything in balance. You are the decision maker. With wisdom and knowledge of self, you can make good decisions for yourself. If your ego self is making decisions, he's not the good decision maker. He's not enlightened. He's ignorant of his higher self. So that's why you don't want him running the show. He should be controlled, not running nothing until you give him the green light to do what it is he do. I use it for motivation. I use it to get me doing something I don't really want to do. I let my Anubis concept take over. Well, my ego concept is he's gonna fight. Get up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You got one of them guys who always ready, always ready. That's your ego. It's always gonna ready to get the fight. It don't care. That's the honey badger inside you. Last one. To enlighten your unconscious mind. I just gave a lesson about how to reprogram your unconscious mind, your subconscious, your subconscious mind. The unconscious mind is when you're asleep. If you're a lucid dreamer, then you're controlling your unconscious state of being while you're in the dream state. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people can't do that. Astral planing, leaving your body to go other places in your mind. The mind goes anywhere it wants. The body can be right here. In the dream world, they do it anyway. So you get comfortable, understand it, you can control it. Next one is yoga or formal meditation. You got informal yoga practice and formal yoga practice. Informal is when you can do it anywhere. Formal is take out the time, your time, meditation time, 15, 20 minutes, half, or whatever it is you take, that's formal. Informal is I'm in a meditative state of mind all the time. When I get a free time, I'm thinking, I'm contemplating, I'm reflecting, I'm doing stuff with the mind, thinking right. I'm constantly thinking good stuff, positive stuff, not negative stuff, not depressive stuff. I don't need that. Okay, that's working, bring down your vibration. Okay, you know, the more depressed you are, the better you feel, the lower vibration state that you'll be in. That's not a good place to be. Most people who are downtrodden and ignorant, that's where they dwell. Let me get right quick to this next thing. It's about, the title is Religion and its three levels. Just like it's levels to spiritual enlightenment, there's levels to religious concepts too. So right quick, for my Bible thumpers, if you're not following these three things, you are never going to be spiritually enlightened. You're never going to be your best self. Understand that. The term religion comes from the Latin religare, which uses the word root re, which means back, and religion, which means to hold, to link, to bind. Therefore, the essence of true religion, listen, is that linking you back. Specifically, linking its followers back to what? Their original source and the innermost essence of themselves. They don't say that. That's the purpose of it, but they don't put it that way. What's this? Now, in this sense, the term religion and yoga, here you go, are what? Synonymous. They both have the same goal, same end game is supposed to be from yoga and religion. This source, which is underlying reality behind every object in creation, is described as what? As unborn, undying, eternal, and immortal, and is known by an endless myriad number of names, some in which are consciousness, self, higher self, God, goddess, supreme being, divine self, eternal self, soul, pure consciousness, Brahman, the all, Allah, Jehovah, Netta, Netaru, creator, absolute. See, I'm going with just Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Great Spirit. These are all various names while arising from various traditions and different aspects. We know that in cultures, separate cultures, but in reality represents the same divine transcendental principle. All those names, all those different aspects, still. So please understand that I don't have to do all this nonsense. I'm trying to get a point across to you so you can understand it for yourself. This is redundant to me. This is getting annoying to me. Why? Because this should already be known. This is a concept that should be past that. Watch this. Although religion in its purest form, and this is why I respect religion, like I tell you, form is what? A yoga system. It's just a belief system. Yoga teaches you fundamentals and personal things you can know. The original intent and the meaning of scriptures are often misunderstood, if not distorted, or more importantly, corrupted. This occurs, why? Because the various religions have developed in different geographic areas, which is understandable, and therefore the lower levels, the historical accounts, the stories and traditions have developed independently, meaning on their own. Everybody decided to tell their own story, but we all got a flood story. We all got a Noah story. We all got pretty much the same story. Why? Because it's just hashed over the same thing over and over again, nothing new. And watch this. is developed independently and sometimes without what? Proper guidance or proof, factual evidence. None of that matters when they're doing it the way they're doing it. Watch this. Under these conditions, watch this. The inner meanings of the myth, which is the Bible, and symbols become what? Lost. And the EX, the outer meaning is emphasized. With religion, they just give you the top layer, and watch this. This leads to what? Deism and a phenomenal in occurrence or fact which is perceptible by what? The senses. It feel good. They give you stuff to make you feel good. I understand that. Watch this. But the approach to religion, rather than a mystical, symbolic, and transcendental understanding, they just want you to believe what they tell you. The book was not written by God. It wasn't none of that they tell you happened. If you study, you would know that, and you won't fall victim to, well, that Bible, that's the word of God. That's what the scripture. I take that book and beat Gino over the head with it. Yeah. My man. No, I ain't going there. I ain't going to stop that. But leave it alone. You don't want that competition. You don't want. I ain't a Muslim. Okay, I'm not a gay preacher. No, my man. I'm an intelligent black brother with knowledge of self. You don't want me. Let's go. Most religions, here we go, tend to be what? Theistic at the elementary level. I keep telling you, that book you got, elementary, college hardware, big difference. High school hardware, more knowledge. But that book, yeah, I got it. I keep it. Why? 'Cause I know what it is. Trust me. But y'all think it's something so that's not true. Simple. Let's go. Now, most religions are what? At the elementary level, you only know one or two things: the myth and the ritual. You haven't experienced God for yourself. That's where religion falls short, as far as I'm concerned. Deism, as a religious belief or form of theism, belief in the existence of God or gods, okay, holds that what? God's actions was restricted to what? An initial act of creation. I break the creation story down for you our way, but the religious concept tell you their way, and after which, what? He retired. Here's the part that pissed me off. Is in quotations. He retired after creation of the world. So after 6 days, 7 days, and separated to what? Contemplate the majesty of his work. I got a problem with that. I don't know. Nope. I got a problem with God separating himself from his creation. That I got a problem with. I'm moving on. Now, deists, watch this. They hold that the natural creation is what? Regulated by laws put in place by God at the time of creation, which are inscribed with perfect moral principles. Yeah, we call it Maya. Mm-hmm. In at that time, in our teachings and learnings, that God separated himself from his creation. Haru means lives in his creation. So I don't subscribe to the separating from himself and watching the match. That's wordplay. Okay, you got wordsmiths. They say a bunch of good words to make you sound good and feel good. Okay, a liar is good at that. Okay, a wordsmith is a good liar with words. How about that? I told you about that, and I met you. You know what I'm talking to. Therefore, deism is closely related to what? Esoteric or personal understanding of the divinity. You have your own understanding, your own idea. That's fine. Lean not on your own understanding. You need to find out the truth. I don't tell you, I teach spiritual truths. That's all. Now, right quick. I got to wrap this up. You got the myth, the ritual, and the mysticism, the three levels of religion. In its complete form, religion is composed of three aspects. Mythology. I keep telling y'all that. My man said mythology means not real. No, it's just a concept that to teach. Real or not real to make a difference. Ritual is what you follow. And the metaphysical or the mystical experience, that's the part that most religions people don't get. That's the awakening. That's the part that you need to deal with. Why? All that stuff is just window dressing. It gets you, you ain't there. In the mysticism, the mystical philosophy, while many religions contain ritual traditions, metaphors, and myths, the Bible, full of them, they are few what? Professionals who are trained in understanding their deeper aspects and the psychological implications, metaphysics, and the mystical aspect of religion. That means y'all don't have too many knowledgeable preachers preaching the word, teaching the concept. Why? Y'all missing the boat by a lot. You ain't close. You way off. So thus there is, watch this, a disappointment, frustration, and delusionment among many followers of the religion, as well as the leaders within many religious concepts. Why? Because they're ignorant of the truth themselves, particularly where? In the Western Hemisphere, us. Because it is difficult to evolve spiritually, what? Without what? The proper spiritual guidance. You need one of these. I had mine. I learned from them. That's why I'm emulating the ones who taught me what I know so I can do it to somebody else. I can be an inspiration for somebody else who watch me do what I do, who may want to be like me. That's the difference. If you're going to be a role model, be a role model. Simple. Now, through introspection and spiritual research, it is possible, hear me, to what? Discover mythological vestiges within religion. I told you it's some good stuff in there. I know that. I know the intent. I know the purpose. I just read it to you. Y'all who study it don't know half the stuff I just gave you, and y'all follow it. I don't subscribe to it, but I know it. Why? I study so that I can know and make a decision based on my discernment and understanding of what I know to be right and wrong, true or not true. Simple. Moving on. Which, watch this. Now, the vestiges within religion, like I said, is a good thing, which can be rekindled, watch this, the light of what? Spirituality. And at the same time, after kindling the light of spirituality in you through knowledge, increase the possibility of gaining a fuller experience of life. If you knew better, you can do better. When you're doing right, living right, you have lived a fulfilling life on a day-to-day basis. I love my life. I'm living a good life because of things I do, not no other reason. I know that. So the esoteric, the outer, realistic forms of religion with which most people are familiar with, and I'm in compliance, is only what? The tip of the iceberg, so to speak. It is only what? The beginning, an invitation or prompting to what? Seek a deeper esoteric. You get in the exo, which is the outer. They tell you that, but I'm giving you the eso, the hidden, the inner, the true meaning of things that you need to know about for yourself and discover. Watch this. The deeper esoteric discovery of what? The transcendental truth of existence. I'm just bringing that to your attention. I'm gonna wrap this up. I got one more to go, so I'll be back. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got one more to go. Hang on in there.